Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading all about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. Today's reading is going to be a deep dive into this person's honest thoughts and feelings towards you, as well as their overall intentions in this connection and how they are viewing you in this connection. So we are essentially going to be doing a deep dive into their world in regards to you and how it relates to this connection. So I'm excited for today's reading as always. We are going to get started with the first spread I have pulled for us, and then after that we will be diving even deeper using the tarot and possibly some other oracle cards. I will also pull some channeled messages from your person to you towards the end of the reading, followed by a short message just for you to help recenter yourself and bring the focus and energy back towards you again. So I do highly encourage you to stick around till the end to do that good reset. If you find yourself resonating with this reading and enjoying my reading style as we go along in today's reading, I would love it if you would let me know by liking the video and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel, as I do release readings on a daily basis. So let's get into it, you guys. Like I said, I am excited to get here and read for you today, representing your person, how they're viewing you, the connection, so on and so forth. We have the Temple, the King, and the Unseen, along with Breath, the Mystical Sister, and Mars. So first of all, I do believe that Mars and the King are actually related. So Mars placements could be significant between you and your person. It could also be that you or your person have Aries or Scorpio in your top three, because Scorpio is ruled by both Mars and Pluto. Aries is ruled by Mars. So that could be your sun, moon, or rising signs, possibly even a timeline for when you met this person, or maybe an anniversary or something important like that. So anyway, let's hop into the messages. I know we have a lot of cards here, but I would honestly say this is fairly easy for me to summarize for you. I will say this much. I think for a good handful, I guess pun intended, of you watching out there today, you might be in no contact with this person or some sort of separation reminiscent situation with them, like little to no contact, or like maybe you've been in separation with this person for a while. Because right now, when it comes to you and this connection, I'm picking up on a lot of resistance based on ego on their end, okay? They receive a lot of divine messages about you. I'll tell you that much. Like, this person is probably dreaming about you a lot. They could even be having clairvoyant visions about you, psychic insight, guidance. Maybe during their prayers or meditation sessions, they're even receiving divine guidance about you and your connection, or from you directly even. But they resist this, is the interesting thing. Your person is well aware that they're connected to you on a deeper level than, I guess, what logic could explain away. But they resist that for some reason. This person gives a lot of pushback on that. And part of the reason I think you might not be in contact with them is because their ego and their pride is honestly forming a little bit of resentment towards you. And I don't even know if it's based on anything of value, like if you actually did or said something that was, genuinely wrong from this person's point of view, but they're harboring a lot of, I guess, a lot of pride. They feel like their ego was put to the test in this connection and continues to be put to the test, and they're feeling like a lot of anger inside. And I don't think it's necessarily completely directed at you, but rather maybe even their own actions, and they're projecting that onto you. They just seem to be like at war with themselves in a lot of ways. And it's interesting because part of them recognizes that you have been a great ally in their life and on their journey. I think you have some history with this person, if I'm being honest, and they know that you have brought a lot of positivity into their world, yet for some reason they project a lot of their own pain and issues onto you as if it's your fault. So this person's got some issues. I guess maybe I shouldn't have put it so bluntly like that. I don't know. But from what I can see here, this person's got some issues and they like to kind of blame you for it sometimes. Very interesting, very paradoxical, because on the one hand, they feel like you've been a helper, you've been a supporter to them. And then on the other hand, they hop into this mode where they're resentful and they kind of blame you for that. Even if it wasn't anything that you directly did or said, it's like this person can't handle, like their ego can't handle making mistakes. And so they want to blame everybody else around them. This is a very prideful individual that we're talking about. And I think that they're working on things. I really do think that this person is trying to calm themselves down and maybe do some of that inner healing. With both the breath and the temple card, it's making me think of the energies of breath work, meditation, prayer, trying to be at peace, maybe even doing yoga and other practices that can help recenter and calm the mind. But it's like, your person gets into this mode where they're feeling pretty good, they're feeling peaceful, they're doing this inner work, and then something like snaps and they hop back into their ego and they get resentful again. So right now, your person just seems to be like really battling within themselves and they don't quite know what comes next. I do want to dive into the tarot to see how they're feeling about you and their other thoughts about you more specifically. Just because this person, like, I guess I could say they're kind of a hot mess right now and they don't really know what to do with themselves. It's like on the one hand, they're trying to be proactive and work on themselves. And then on the other hand, their ego is just like creating too much blockage for them. So let's get a few tarot cards. Talk to me in depth about how this person feels about the viewer, what their thoughts about the viewer are, please. And then after we're done with this spread, I will also pull some intention cards to see what they might be doing in the future, if anything at all, what their next moves might be. Whoa. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Son of Swords. Okay, lots of air energy coming through. A little bit of water and fire. Okay, more air energy with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, okay. This person has some... All right, so how can I phrase this? If I'm being honest with you, I think this person wronged you, but they want to blame you for their own actions. Like, I'm just going to be super straight up with you guys. And of course, at the end of the day, remember this is a collective reading and it's always up to you to listen to your own intuition and use your discernment here. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it or beat around the bush. I really am honestly picking up on maybe this person wronging you in a pretty major way and blaming you for it like it was your fault, okay? Even if it really wasn't and it was them who did whatever this was to you or created this separation between the two of you, it's like they want to blame you for that. And they, at their core, know that it was their fault, but anytime they get into this mode where they're coming to accept that, it's like their ego gets in the way and immediately wants to push back on you and come back in and blame you like you're the target, you're the one that did this, it's your fault. So your person has these like fleeting glimpses of honesty and self-reflection. And before it can get too deep, they almost always just project back onto you and other people. And if I'm being ultra honest with you, I don't think that you are the only person this person does this with. It's not even just you. I think in general, this person has issues with blaming others for their own actions or their own flaws or their own issues. They have a really difficult time actually like sitting with the anxiety, sitting with the emotion and analyzing it and taking I can't think of the right word, an objective view on the situation, I guess you could say. They're very much in their ego. I'll tell you this much. This person is very much in their ego and they're struggling with that. Now, I think they've been keeping some secrets from you. Even if you're not in contact with this person anymore, I think that they did keep a lot of secrets from you during the connection, and they know that. They were being very sneaky and deceptive, and they know that that was the wrong thing to do. But again, this person is coming from a place of such like a strong selfishness, that even though they know that it was them that did this, them who deceived you, they still blame you for that. Like, they're blaming you for that action. I'm not really liking this person's energy, to be honest with you. It feels very, very immature, very undeveloped. And of course, I think it's important to acknowledge that everybody is on their own growth path, and some people are, steps ahead of others. It just seems like your person is not very far along on their own growth and development journey, and they've got some learning to do, just like we all do, right? This person just seems to be a few steps behind. Now, one other thing I do want to note is that this person does think about reconciling with you. I think at their core, they want to reunite with you. They want some sort of reunion and reconciliation with you, especially if you are at a distance from each other right now. It could be that maybe the two of you are long distance, or one of you had to move away for work, or just for personal choices. That doesn't have to be the case if you're not at a distance from each other. This could even just be like a metaphorical distance, like an emotional distance, or no contact. They feel like they're miles apart from you because you're not speaking to each other. I just feel like this person really does at their core want to reunite with you, reconcile with you, and make things right. It's just that their ego is creating such an intense block for them that anytime they get close to that point, they run away from it again. And this person is really, really struggling with facing reality for what it is and seeing things objectively, because their ego gets quite wounded anytime they're faced with some sort of pushback, like they're not perfect. This person is definitely a perfectionist of sorts, and they are very, very prideful. They do not want to admit that they do any wrong most of the time, okay? So we're going to pull a few cards on their intentions towards you to see what this person's actually planning for this connection, if anything at all. Okay. I think that this person is intending on contacting you again at some point in time, okay? We have Death. We also have the Queen of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man, the King of Pentacles, and I'm going to pull one more. Talk to me about this person's intentions in this connection, please. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you out there, there's something to do with a house or moving. For a select few of you out there, maybe you got divorced from this person and they took the house from you or something like that. And they're feeling guilty about that, but at the same time, they're like blaming you, like they think it's your fault. For some of you, you were married to this person, or you were in a long-term relationship with this person, and they're kind of like blaming you for the relationship ending, even if it was them who decided to walk away from it. If that's not the case, let it fly. Like I always say, this is a collective reading. Some messages will be meant for certain people only, since it is a collective reading. But I am getting a specific message coming through about maybe this person taking a house from you, taking a household from you, or some sort of like financial thing. Maybe not literally, but through like the process of divorce or separation of assets or something like that. Anyway, aside from that, this person doesn't really like where the connection is right now, especially if you are in separation from them. They do want to change that. I see that this person does want to come back in. And it's interesting because I'm still seeing this like bouncing back and forth of energy, where on the one hand, this person wants to blame you for these problems. They want to project onto you those issues, like it's your fault, and blame you. But on the other hand, they know at their core that it's on them to fix this. Like they really at their core know that it's truly them who created this problem. And so there is part of them that wants to come back in and make things right and maybe give back to you, especially if they did take something from you. It could even be metaphorically, like if this person, didn't take money from you or something like that, that they feel like, they took some of your energy, or they took some of your essence, or they just feel like they really need to come in and give back to you in some way. I do see them kind of brainstorming, okay? I don't see any direct plans from them or like a direct course of action other than to brainstorm and think about what they can do to make the situation right. But remember, they right now in their present state, they're not getting too far because their ego is blocking them. So they know at their core that they want to come in and do something to fix the situation, especially if it does involve money or finances, career, work, or something like that. They want to give back to you or give you what they think you deserve, but they don't know exactly how to do that. So it could even be that maybe you blocked this person, or they've lost contact with you. They don't have a way to access you. It could even be that you like cut them off, or you told them, you know, don't ever contact me again, or something like that. And so your person feels like they don't know how to reach you or do this. Or it could even just be that their pride is what's blocking them, and they're kind of using this like brainstorming energy almost as an excuse to not actually step up and take action. Now, remember in the beginning of the reading, we talked about how your person does receive divine guidance about you, okay? They receive a lot of intuitive messages. They also feel like they can really read your energy at a distance. So during this brainstorming that they're doing, they're also like listening to their intuition about what to do next, but they just can't get too far before the ego comes in and blocks them. Like, that's basically what I'm seeing here. So I want to actually pull some more tarot to see what's likely to actually happen in this connection. Normally I would do an extended, but I'll just keep it in this reading here today. I do offer extendeds quite often though, so if that's of interest to you, it's over on my Patreon, and if you join us there, you'll get access to over 160 other exclusives and extendeds, so you're welcome to check that out if you'd like. But I'm just gonna do it here today in this reading and not split it up. So, wow, okay. We'll take that top card. What's likely to happen in this connection, please, in the future, going forward? What's likely to happen? Whoa, okay, that like, I don't know if that caught on camera or what, but let me pick that card up. Okay. What's likely to happen in the future of this connection, please? Hold on. A lot of cards falling to the floor. Let me actually put these down. Okay, there we go. What's likely to happen in the future of this connection, please? So, again, I'm not really necessarily liking this person's energy, to be honest with you. But again, like I'm going to still read on it anyway. So basically what I'm seeing here is a scenario where this person becomes kind of bored and unsatisfied in their life. Maybe they feel trapped or restricted in another relationship, or just in life in general. They feel like needs to have a revamp or some kind of excitement brought into it. And so to fix that solution, to fix that problem, their idea of a solution is to come back in and sort of try to charm you or get you hooked on them again, and to try to have a fresh start here with you, or some sort of second chance. But again, it's not coming from a place of genuine desire to reconcile with you and make things right. This person is going to try to come in like out of a place of ego. It's because they're still selfish. It's because they're bored and unsatisfied in their own life. They're feeling trapped and restricted. Like they could be in another relationship that's not satisfying them. They could just be bored in life in general and feel like they need to break free and have some excitement again. They're not coming in because they genuinely want to make amends with you. It's because they know that at one point in time, maybe they had some kind of power over you, or you were very invested in them, and they want that excitement back again. It's like when you pulled your energy away from this person, they realized just how much you were actually feeding their ego and pride. I feel like at one point in time, maybe you were giving them a lot of attention, a lot of praise, a lot of energy, a lot of love, and they liked that. But part of them also like hated you for it. This person's got a lot of self-hatred. If I'm being honest with you, they seem very selfish and they have a lot of self-hatred, and they want to blame you and other people for that. And then they get bored because they're not getting, it's like this person needs to be fed energy. It's kind of like they're a little bit of an energy vampire. And you are like a really good source of energy, I guess you could say, for a period of time. And so I see this person coming in, trying to smooth things over with you, probably trying to charm you, maybe even love bomb you a little bit, act like, they miss you, they want to get back together with you. But it's not going to be long lasting because this person, it's not coming from a genuine place of healing. It's coming from them always wanting to look externally for solutions to their own problems. It's like they're kind of looking for somebody to come in and save them from themselves. And so that's what I'm honestly seeing here, you guys. When this person comes back in, they want to come back in to like kind of fuel their own fire, to bring excitement into their own life, not because they genuinely want to heal and make amends with you. It's because they are bored, they're unsatisfied, and they want to, I guess, bring some excitement back into their life. And that's honestly what I'm seeing here. So I don't know. At the end of the day, it's your choice on, what to do and everything like that. I feel like this person, however, though, they just need to do some inner work. I mean, we all do, but they seem to be acting from a place of like a lot of selfishness, a lot of pride, and a lot of ego. And they really, really are not wanting to do that inner work or deeply introspect about themselves. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's get a couple messages from this person to you now before I hop into tiles and charms, and then kind of go from there. Okay, I'm waiting patiently. This person might be waiting for you to reach out to them first, or kind of like hoping that you will. I feel like at one point in time you were you were probably very caring and giving to this person. Like you might have been the one to reach out to them first all the time. And they really liked that attention you were giving them. They were kind of feeding off of that. It made them feel powerful. And it could be that you pulled your energy back, and then now they're like, oh no, I miss that being in my life. But it's not even them missing you being in their life. It's missing the attention, the validation, the energy, and the adoration that they were getting from you. Okay? I'm waiting patiently. I feel so drawn to you. I can't reach out. I know you don't feel the same, and I don't know how to feel. So, I mean, there's part of your person that recognizes that they kind of messed up. And we've talked about that a lot in this reading, where they have these like fleeting glimpses of awareness where they realize they were the ones that were the issue. They were maybe the problem. But it's very much short-lived. Again, you might have blocked this person. And so they know that you like don't really want to have anything to do with them anymore. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I was like trying to pick up all the cards that didn't flip upright, and this one like fell out of my hand. So that happened for a reason. Unrequited love. Yeah, I feel like that's probably what this connection felt like, where you were very giving, you were very expressive to this person, and it felt unrequited on their end, like they really weren't giving you too much in return. Maybe they left you feeling confused. I feel like roles have reversed, if I'm being honest with you. The more I'm diving into this, I feel like you were very giving and loving to this person during this connection, and now roles have kind of reversed, where you don't really want to have anything to do with them. You could have blocked them or cut them off, or you're like, not wanting to give them the time of day, and now they're the ones that are like feeling confused. They're the ones that are still wanting access to you and your energy, but you're not having any of it, is what I'm getting here. Okay, we also have, we will be together one day, and I've gotten a reading done about you/us, but then also I'm still too wounded to let you in. Let me hold that up in case it won't show up on camera. So this person might have literally gotten readings done about you. Maybe they actually went and consulted a psychic, or they've been watching like tarot readings on YouTube or something like that. That could definitely be the case. I think this person has been feeling confused, or they want some kind of guidance. It's just that they seem to be in a place where they're refusing to do their own inner work, and that's kind of where they're at right now. They're still too wounded to let you in. Like they have some level of awareness of that too, but their selfishness might override their best judgment and try to come in and contact you anyway, because again, they really want access to your energy again. It's just not coming from like a healed place. They're not coming in with genuine remorse from what I can see. So let's get out some tiles and charms. O might be important because that came out separately from the bowl. Oh, that was more letters than I planned on. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have I, S, R, M, T, U, U, N, E, N, and O. Like I said earlier, somebody's name could be Mo or Maurice, even like Moses. I'm seeing the word rent coming out. Maybe this person like took rent money from you or something like that. I don't know. There was something about money or a house coming out earlier. I'm also seeing the word sent. I'm seeing the word sun, like the sunshine, or the word son as in like you're a child. Okay, maybe one of you has a son, or you both could. Seeing the word sit. That's all I'm really seeing. So you are more than welcome to pause the video if you want more time to check that out. If this is blue, I'm gonna laugh because blue roses represent unrequited love. Okay, it's not, it's red, but still. Okay. We have a cross, we have a bicycle. So we have a hummingbird, a rose. Oh, you know what? That's why this came out. It wasn't blue for a reason. Look at this. Hummingbirds know where to go to find their nourishment, where they find their fuel. If you don't know anything about like hummingbirds, they need to eat a lot because they burn a lot of energy because they're constantly flapping their wings very fast and because they have small bodies, right? So they're constantly burning through the nectar that they eat, their fuel. And so in one of my other decks, it alludes to hummingbirds kind of knowing how to nourish themselves. They intuitively know where to go, where to seek nourishment, whether that be from prayer, meditation, taking walks in nature, listening to music. It's kind of like a metaphor for knowing how to heal yourself, how to take care of yourself. And this is kind of like a metaphor of your person knowing that you are a good fuel source for them. Like your love, your energy, your attention, like really nourished them. It fueled them a lot of ways, and them wanting to return to you because they're feeling like they're lacking somewhere else in their life. Okay. Maybe you and this person liked to bike together, or bikes could be significant. And then again, we have a cross coming out here. So someone in this connection could be Christian or believe in Jesus. Something like that, okay? Religious differences could have caused issues in your connection or something. But anyway, I kind of want to get out of this person's energy. They're not the most pleasant individual to read on. So I am going to hop into your personal messages from universe. This does not have to have anything to do with this person. This is intended to be just for you watching right now to help bring your energy, attention, and focus back towards yourself again. So if you need to pause the video to take a moment to do so, I invite you to. We're going to go ahead with your personal messages. We have Cougar with leadership. You have come into your own power. Now is the time to take the lead of a situation and be strong. using the power of intentions, be clear with your purpose and define where you are heading. And then your affirmation of the day, I invite you to affirm with me. You can do so by commenting it down below. It is, today I am in charge. Today I am in control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. Both of your messages are about taking your power back. So that could be something universe is encouraging you to do. Again, it doesn't have to relate to this connection at all. This is all about you taking back your own personal power and really embracing that. So I love that. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. Thank you all so very much for joining. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. And until next time, bye for now.